Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo, and welcome to my scrapbook table for another layout in the 31 Days of Cut Files series that is in August of 2024. This video is for day 4, which is a heart. I am scrap lifting from Tisa Brown. I love this layout with the ledger paper, and here I'm showing you it again on the screen. She posted this in a Facebook group for my little scrapbook store. She did it in a live. And I love ledger paper. So this one is from Nature Study of 49 and Market. And almost everything on this page is 49 and Market. I have some things from Spectrum Sherbet that I'm going to use. And I also pulled in some paper from Ocean. I'm debating whether I'm going to back this cut file or whether I'm going to paint it and not back it. So I've decided first I'm going to add the black lines on all of these strips of paper like Tisa did in her original. And that is all done there. The magic of cameras. So I'm just going to trim the excess off because I didn't want to trim them before. I wasn't sure how long I was going to make each one, so I just left them full length and then started staggering them. And last, I add the little black lines across the top. Now looking back at my layout, I wish I had done my journaling in black since I did those lines in black. But once I was to the journaling part, I was focusing on the browns and tans, so I did it. This is something I cut out from the 49 and Market packaging is usable, and so this was on the back of some of the packaging, so I cut that out to use part of it. And I decided I'm going to color this cut file. I tested out several of my Distress Oxides and they just weren't the right pink, so I pulled out a bunch of markers, and this old Stampin' Up! Marker called Melon Mambo was the best color. It worked just right with these. So there it is done. But it was a little bold, so I pulled in this ancient pen. My brother and sister-in-law got this for me as part of a Christmas gift one year. It's just called a paper pen, and let's see if I have the color here. It's just like, I think it's opal or something like that. I don't have it sitting in front of me right now. But I just added some to the cut file and then used an old kid's paintbrush to spread it around. And you can't tell right now, but I will have a good close-up shot at the end so you can see what that looks like. And I am so happy with how it turned out. So I wanted to bring a little bit of the green from the far left over to the right side of the page. So I decided to, again, this is from some packaging. I decided to cut this out, trim it down a little bit, get some of the excess white off of there. And yes, it has the pinks, but it fades to the green. And I guess not fades, but transitions to the green. And I really like it, so that's going there. The two photos at the top, well, first let me back up. This is my husband's and my 36th anniversary a couple of weeks ago. This wasn't on our anniversary, but it was the nice dinner that we went out for. The two pictures that I'm putting at the top here, I took from the web because I didn't get good pictures of like the name of the place when we were there. It's called the Lake House, which I ended up covering up part of it, but I think it's in the journaling, so it's fine. And the other one is just the view from the patio where we were able to eat our dinner that night. It was a gorgeous night. It wasn't hot, it wasn't cold, it wasn't raining, it wasn't windy. It was just a perfect night for Northeast Ohio. And we had a lovely dinner on the patio. We drive through past this restaurant regularly when we pick up someone for church services on Sundays. And for years I've been thinking, I really want to go there and try that restaurant. So we did, and I'm really glad that we did. It was nice. The bottom, well, there's one of two of us, but the ones on the bottom right are our dinners. Dan had a shrimp scampi linguine, and I had Lake Erie perch or walleye, one or the other. But it was amazing. It was delicious. It was fresh. Perfect dinner. Now I'm adding on some rub-ons. I bought these. This is probably the first purchase after my spending freeze, and it was only $6. But it's just some rub-ons from 49 in Market, and let me see if I can see what the name. Oh, the color is Stone, and it's a great neutral. I can see myself using it a ton. I've only had them 2 days and I've already used them. So I know it was a good spend of $6. So now I've glued down the cut file. And I know this cut file is kind of intended for more of an outdoorsy layout that's focused on outdoors. But I just decided to focus on the heart. And yes, there's a little bit of a mountain sticking up there. But we don't really have much in the way of mountains here. There is Cuyahoga Valley National Park, which has a little bit of hilly territory, but it's not what most of the world would think of as real mountains. A lot of Ohio is pretty flat. So I started my journaling, and in the third line, I goofed because I called the area where this restaurant is Portage Lakes instead of Twin Lakes. And I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't want to cover up the ledger paper. The whole point of this layout was using this gorgeous ledger paper. So I cheated. I lifted up one of the photos. I cut out a piece of ledger paper. I trimmed it down and I stuck it over my mistake and wrote over it. And it's fine. Is it perfect? No, but that's okay. I don't care. So now I went through some other 49 in Market embellishments that I have. I think these are from the Moonlit Garden collection, and I added a little banner under our picture that says "All My Heart," and then one above our dinner that says "A Warm, Bright, Sunshiny Day," which is exactly what it was. Now I've decided that I need some blue in the bottom right. So I took another piece of that packaging where there's these swatches, and I'm just trimming out two and tucking them beside the photo of our dinners. And I really like how that brings the blue from the strip on the left over to the right, and it also mimics the blue in their sign with the bird. So I really like how that turned out. On our actual anniversary, we met for lunch real quick at Chick-fil-A. Now that we both have different jobs, they're pretty close together and there's lots of restaurants in between. So we met at Chick-fil-A for a nice lunch together, and I was the only person at Chick-fil-A that got flowers at lunch that day. So I thought that was kind of fun. And it was really neat to just have a little chat in the middle of the day. These are little gemstones from, I'm pretty sure they're from Stampin' Up. I think I got them with some peacock stamps or something like that. I think that was the color inspiration. So I'm putting these on, and that is the final touch for this layout that is almost all 49 in Market, other than these gems and the heart for the cut file. So thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you to Tisa for the inspiration and to MK for the cut file. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Have a great day, and I hope you get to scrapbook something soon. Goodbye.